Hello everyone and welcome back to Masfra. It's Alexibot here on the Mind Development channel, and on this channel I guide people on how to use and develop their own minds from within so that uniqueness and God-given gifts they have deep inside can shine through. Moving forward, I'm going to explain how I used this diagram I have drawn here to know more about myself and how you can incorporate some of these techniques into your lives. Now, why do scientists have so much faith and believe in God? How did Thomas Edison discover the secrets to the talking machine and all other scores of benefit for mankind? How did Henry Ford discover the automobile? How did Einstein discover the theory of relativity? How could Christ heal the sick and raise the dead? Why is it that some countries like China, Russia, Germany keep advancing in technology whilst other countries are slow in progress? Now, before I proceed, I'm going to make mention of two statements from Christ in the Bible. Christ said that whatever thou seeks or prays for, thou hast to believe in the prayers being answered, or thou hast to believe that the prayers had already been answered or fulfilled. The next statement he made was that the truth shall actually set us free. The truth is God. It means that when we follow God, we are in search of the truth, right? So from today, should anyone ask you who is God, tell the person God is the truth and light, because only the truth, after we find the truth, that is when we can see this light. Now, there is significance, the impact and significance of these two statements made by Christ is why these scientists could have so much faith and belief in themselves internally that it triggers their subconscious mind to contact infinite intelligence at will. Because it's after you've seen this truth that you can actually go after something without fear or doubt. You have to understand how the universe works. You have to understand natural laws, because there are natural laws around us that you have to be aware of. Now I'm going to explain why these scientists have so much faith in themselves. Now we have to understand that in the universe, we have to understand that nature makes use of what? Our emotions through some of our experiences. So through experiences, we get inspired by certain things in our surroundings. Now, we realize that as we try to go after these things, we encounter what? Difficulties. Now, we have to ask ourselves that why does nature make use of inspirations and difficulties in our lives? Now, nature makes use of difficulty because nature wants all its species to what? Evolve. Nature wants the species to what? Evolve. That is why first, nature tries to inspire you by something. The inspiration can come from money. It can be that love for that cute girl. That is why you realize that throughout ages or in the past, most of the leaders who actually went to greater heights were actually inspired by the love of a woman. Now, it makes use of some of these emotions to inspire us into action. Now, this is natural. Now, as we get inspired and we go after some of these things, it could be money, it could be anything which inspires us through experiences or our surroundings. We encounter what? Difficulties. Through difficulties, this is where most people get confused and then they get stuck through difficulties. But the question is what? But the question is, what did these scientists do after each time they encounter difficulty? Each time they encounter difficulty, they go ahead to what? Seek the truth. Now I've written here truth and then God, indicating that God is the truth. As the statement Christ made, that wherever there is truth, there is light. Christ made this statement that the truth, only the truth shall set us free. So these scientists go definitely. It means that they back their mission by what? Seeking the truth. They go ahead to seek the truth. Now, this truth becomes what? Embedded. As they find this truth, now it becomes embedded in their subconscious mind, right? Because they now start to what? Believe in whatever action that they take. That is why the mere act of just reading a Bible or the mere act of hearing someone tell you something has less significance. The true impact is where the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is where the kingdom of God actually is. It is where the truth. Because if the subconscious mind can be altered into what? Finally believing in that truth, which is God, it is then that inner voice, your inner voice starts to speak with you. And then you start to have what? Faith and believe in yourself, right? That is why you can see Tesla going after whatever he's doing without what? Fear or doubt, because he can see the truth. That is why you see Elon Musk taking rockets to the sky or this thing, because he has sufficiently what? Gone after the truth, and he knows what he's doing, because he understands natural laws now. He understands how the universe works. He understands that certain patterns of vibrations will return back to him. So So this means that finally he knows and what? Sees the truth. So this now becomes what? Word. And from the word, it is imprinted as what? Faith. That is what? Faith and belief in yourself is now what? Internal. That faith and belief. To have faith is what? Internal. And faith is something that you cannot touch or see. It is internal. When you have that faith, no one can take it away from you. So after that faith, it is that period that the subconscious mind starts to what? Work better. And then you start to get what? Inspirations and then motivation to go after what you are doing. And through that, you are able to contact infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence is where all the knowledge there is and all the knowledge there could be. Now look at the brain. Why have I put the brain here? So after they seek the truth, they go in search for what? Knowledge. And through rational thinking, all this what process now comes down to what? To build the purpose. It means that purpose is built. We do not find our purpose. I hear most people, Alex, how can I find my purpose? You cannot find your purpose. Purpose is built after many years of what? Following your what? Intuition or your heart. After so many years of following your heart and intuition, and you realize you are set by difficulty, and you decide to go after God, right? You decide to go after God and then the truth, and use your brain and rational thinking to constantly seek knowledge. Then you can actually what? Build your purpose. And finally, you get to see the light. So from today, should someone ask you who is God, you have to tell the person, God is the truth, and the truth is light. Now, the goal of Masfra is not to preach to you about the truth, but to inspire you to go after the truth. Every human being has his right. Every human being has his sole responsibility to go in search of his own truth. Now, you have to understand that no one can take the truth away from you once you see it. And after you see the truth, you can see the light. This is how finally you can have that faith and believe in yourself. Now, Christ can go ahead and heal the dead because he has what? So much faith and believe in himself. He has so much faith and believe in God. That is the truth, right? He has so much faith and believe in himself. There's no fear or doubt. So this way, it triggers the subconscious mind to what? Contact infinite intelligence. Now, later in our videos, later on as we progress, I'm going to explain more about infinite intelligence and how we can contact infinite intelligence. We have to understand that purpose is built after a long period of following your inner voice and intuition. So this brings us to the end of today's video. And if you like this video, please do me a favor. Go ahead to like, comment, and then subscribe. And then we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.